And welcome to another Wake Up Humans episode with my man Drew Henderson. And we're going to open up with this thought.
What's
It
that?
only took a few, and it will only take a few. It didn't
That's right.
take the whole profession to lose its way. It only took a few. And the good news is it's only going to take a few to bring it back, baby. So let's welcome Wake Up Humans. What's up, Drew? How you doing, pal?
Man, I've been great. I'm fired up. I know you are too. We were talking a little bit before this, man.
Yeah,
I, I am ready for so many things coming, and I'm proud that I know who the few are.
that's right.
You know,
That's right.
it's and this is not about blaming the few who got us off kilter, off of
Right.
our foundations. Like a
Right.
tornado comes through and moves the house, but it's about responsibility.
That's right. That's
We are
right.
responsible for this profession.
The majority never lasts long. I've learned that, especially in this freaking profession. There are so many that'll hold the line, but then it's like they get bored or who knows. I don't know what happens and you see them advertising a bunch of BS and they lose their way. And they a lot of them will come back, but it's like an alcoholic falling off the wagon, man. It's just people get weak.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a friend of mine. He's always hardcore, at least online, about the principal, all this, blah blah blah. But then I saw where he was selling a laser machine.
Yeah.
So I just asked like, whose is that? Who are you selling that for? No, no reply.
So why do you even have it?
Yeah, like, but we know the truth, and just be you, whatever that is. Be you. Don't say one thing and act another.
Right. You can't hide anymore. It's
No.
like I had a buddy sending me things today. He's fired up at the government and things that are happening. And I'm like, this has been going on for many, many years. It's just we know about it now because of social media. It's like there's nothing to hide anymore.
Mm-mm. No.
Nothing.
No. No. And it's been a it didn't just happen overnight. It's been a gradual shift over time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we
Um,
called it though. There's a lot of proverbial leaders that we said their time will come and it's happening now. The slate's getting clean. Things are coming out of the closet. People are getting discovered. There's a lot of dirt coming up. I'd rather not focus on that. I'm like, we need to focus on this principle and what we got to get to the world and the community and teaching people about what it means to live clear. I've gotten a bunch of athletes into the office here in the Florida office now, and they're coming in today, this afternoon after practice, is talking about how much better they're performing, and now the parents are getting under care. They're following their kids. It's awesome.
yeah. Yeah. And it's all you're not adjusting them for increased sports performance. You're just moving back for vertebral subluxation correction,
Right, right.
and then the sports performance takes care of itself.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, well, we have a sports chiropractor that works at the high school. I'm like, my son's been at that high school for 4 years, never heard about them. Right? I said, I'm the new chiropractor here. Well, do you do sports chiropractic? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do sports chiropractic. Right? And they're all coming in. They're throwing harder, running faster, jumping higher, less injuries. And the coaches are starting to say, hey, wait a minute, who is this guy? And they're
Hmm.
sending kids now. It just
Yeah,
happens naturally.
yeah, and there's a research study. I'll put it down in the comments of I think it was back in 2003, 2006. Um, 16 different athletic parameters, physiological parameters that asymptomatic, no symptom, vertebral subluxation correction, top of the neck, 16 different parameters improved. And the one that blew my mind was after like a 60-minute workout, the concentration of oxygen in the bloodstream increased like 23%.
And that's massive for adaptability.
Yeah. Yeah. And imagine when it's fourth down and goal, you have 23% more oxygen in your bloodstream.
In
That's
the fourth
important.
quarter. in
Yeah,
the fourth quarter.
in the fourth quarter, you're tired, you're wore out, but you got that extra to to push them over the goal line.
That's right.
That's
Listen,
it.
that's the difference between winning and losing in a competitive environment.
Yeah, and it's not because you corrected a radial head on an elbow. You know, it's vertebral subluxation up here.
Clear out the nervous system, all else follows. I mean, it's there's a lot of things you can do to, you can eat better, sleep better, but if your nervous system's not is not coordinating properly, you're in trouble. Period. End of
Yep,
story. And people get it, man. It's not like, they say, well, we're only seeing 4 or 7%. No one's ever asked me how many people I see a week in my practice, let alone practices. We're seeing thousands a week. No one's ever asked us, right? So these statistics are wrong. It's the mixers taking all the stats. I mean, screw them. The principal chiropractors, the coolest thing I see is more and more DE chiropractors all over social media putting videos out there,
yep, yep.
and they're
About
spreading the message,
real chiropractic.
the real deal.
You know, real chiropractic, not how to use a shockwave or a laser, but real
Right,
chiropractic.
right,
You know,
right.
and we've talked about this before. I think this shift has happened because we have all been busy serving thousands of people.
Right,
You know,
right.
we're in that service mindset, and then we're like, well, shoot, look what's happening. This is no good. You know, because we have that lasting purpose mindset of giving, loving, serving, doing, with no expectation of return, and then we're like, I want to give back to this profession now. You're like, oh crap, we got some catching up to do,
We got some catching up to do, is right,
but we're doing it.
right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, there's some big things coming with the IFCO.
Well, it's got to come faster, man. You know me, I'm impatient. I'm like, we're setting some groundwork there with some of the things we're working on, but it's like, we gotta start doing some stuff, man. Like, let's get out there, and it's great to see the students. We got a lot of students coming to this DE, and
Man,
Sherman's got a huge IFCO club. They're filling up some buses now, bringing kids. It's gonna be a great weekend, but it's really just like-minded people. Let's come together, and it's happening.
yep. And I just talked to Daniel Knowles last night. I think he's president of the student IFCO. Is that right?
Yep, yep,
Um, man, he's such an awesome kid, dude. Young
yeah.
man, like
Sweet, sweet
he's
boy.
yeah, he just I don't know, he's just such a gentle little spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Um,
I do.
but he's solid though. Like he knows what he knows. But and he don't have to be loud. He don't have to be obnoxious. He's just clear on the intention of what chiropractic is.
Well, what people need to see there is, how did he get that way? And if you look at his mom and dad, who are two awesome human beings
Hmm.
that have been checking him since the day he's born, and the language they've been speaking into his existence has created this young man.
Hmm.
That speaks
Yep.
volumes. That speaks volumes.
Yep. Yep. It's it does. I mean, they just I mean that's how far reaching it is. Like when his parents are living a principled life, and then that principled life goes to them, and then it just continues to move on forward.
I have this little girl. She's friends with my daughter, and she wants to be a chiropractor now. I think she's a little older than Jamie. Jamie's 14. This girl's 15. And I asked her today, why do you want to be a chiropractor? She says, I want to help people. See how you've helped me. I want to help people. I'm like, and my urgency is, you know, she's young. I'm older. What is this profession that I'm going to be leaving for her?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't want her to have to be a physical therapist or being, told what to do by entities that are just trying to swallow our profession up. And what people need to know, especially these younger guys out there, I see guys, they start out as upper cervical guys, and they get into practice and they're passionate, they start building a practice. And once they now cross over and they start doing all this PI, physical therapy, shockwave stuff, that's called selling out. You sold out the principle, and you're muddying the waters for these young kids that want to become chiropractors for the right reason.
Hmm.
It's unacceptable. And you need to have your ass called out to say what you're doing is destroying the integrity and perception of our profession.
Yeah.
And it's not right.
No, no, and just like that young girl, um, she knows her why. She wants to help people,
Yeah.
you know. But when you remove the why, the what becomes negotiable. You know, she knows why she wants to go into this, and it's the same why that we have and that we still have.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we were dealing with a potential new patient today. They kept calling and like, asking questions, and we love that. You know, we love new people excited about wanting to come in. You know, they'll be like, "Hey, so I forgot to ask you, what kind of techniques do you use?" Or then they'll call back, "Hey, I forgot to ask you this." Um, so we love that because that hunger's never ceased from being there of seeing new patients.
Right.
Love seeing new patients.
Right.
And we love
Right.
our old ones too. The ones that's been with us since the beginning. Love them. They're like family.
Well, that's the biggest thing I miss about JFC, man, is 20 plus years of relationships. But it's funny now with this little world we live in. They're messaging me on Facebook all the time just to like touch base. How are you? We miss you. But they're doing a great job here. We're in good hands.
Hmm.
We're happy for you that you don't have to fly every week, which really makes me happy. But what I'm going
Yeah.
to do is, I think unannounced, I'm going to show up there in the next couple weeks, um, because now Dr. Christie's absolutely killing it. I'll be able to leave her for a couple days and just kind of get up there and
Yeah.
just rub elbows with these people, man. It's kids that are now having kids that are coming to the office.
Hmm.
You know, I haven't been able to brand that or create that here because I haven't been here long enough. It's going to happen, but you get 20 plus years of building relationships and seeing people's lives. Think how many conversations, how many Atlas adjustments, over a kid's 23-year lifespan it's incredible, man.
I
Blessed.
know. I know. I teared up Thursday. There was a brother and sister come in there. Brother has his maybe 4 year old and like 1 or 2 year old with him. The sister is pregnant, and it's a little sister. Took her a little while to get pregnant. Um, but just to see them, and I have a picture of them like probably 2 months after I opened, because I opened November, and it was like January, so we got a little snow, and they were little kids looking out the window at the snow coming down, and now they're bringing their own kids in, and it's just like full circle,
Um,
and these kids that are babies and the one that hadn't been born yet, there's no reason I'm not going to be in practice another 25, 30 years. I'm going to get to see their kids.
right, right.
It's just mind blowing when you think about it. Like the impact um, that we get to have and that they have on us too.
I think for me, the cool space to be in is Sierra's going to start chiropractic school in October. And to think, like, I've been hanging out with Steve LaFay when he comes on vacation to Florida, and his daughter's been with him, and she's now adjusting side by side with him in the office. And I'm like, I can't imagine. Sierra has said since the age of 4 she wants to be a chiropractor,
Hmm.
and we're getting that much closer now, pretty much 4 years away from it happening, where we'll be standing side by side adjusting.
That is
Blows your mind.
insane, man. Yeah,
Is that
just
crazy?
insane. Just
Crazy,
insane.
crazy.
And
And
yeah, just I don't know, man. They're just I can't wrap my mind around it sometimes.
well, we talk about the few, and if the few now are raising their few properly in the principle, and then they go off and become chiropractors, they're going to keep that same message unsullied, just like you see Daniel Knowles' son doing. He grew up in it. The other stuff doesn't make sense because he never needed it.
Mm-mm.
He laid on a table and got adjusted since he's an infant.
Yeah, yeah. It's I was watching a show the other day, and a doctor was going to give a shot, right? He's going to give a shot to this little baby. And what the doctor done, he got like his car keys, started holding his car keys up because they're shiny and jiggly, right? Shiny and jiggly. Baby looked at the car keys, doctor, boom, give him the shot. Like, how quick is it for people to get distracted by the little shiny things held over here to the side? And then next thing you know, you're doing shockwave, you're doing all kinds of laser, you're doing, I don't even know what all they do, peptides, I don't even know what that is. Um, but all the stuff you're doing just to make an extra buck so you can go by the boat. But if you would just hunker down and take care of these people, correct subluxations, you can go buy as many boats as you want.
And you know, it's a funny thing because here's what's happening. And this is a conversation we had in my office today. I had this guy coming in. We've been adjusting him now for, he just finished up his second month and it's transformational. But he was a big college soccer player and he's a big athlete. He's a weightlifter. He's like 54 years old and he's beat up. Like his life has caught up to him. So he's been getting adjusted, transformational. And I said, you need some soft tissue stuff. Like, have you ever gotten a massage? He said, well, I just found somebody. So he goes to this woman's house and
Mm-hmm.
she'll work on him. She worked on him 2 weeks ago for 3 hours. She's not done with you until, I'll use the word innately, she feels like she's done. And she's implementing cupping, etc. And he just saw her last week and she said, I'm going to go a little easier on you because I've been beating you up pretty good. I mean, he's got black and blues and stuff, but it's really helping him. I mean, it's not
Mm-hmm.
that this stuff doesn't help, it does. But she's
Yeah.
a freaking master. It's his life.
Mm-hmm.
And I could honor and respect this girl because she loves what she does. To be able to work on someone for 2 to 3 hours, she's all in. And she's obviously a master. But she did shockwave on him a
Mm-hmm.
week ago on his legs to flush them out. And I laughed and I'm like, you see, now the massage therapists are getting a hold of it, which is great. Let them do it. What's that going to do to the chiropractor's business where you could go get a massage for 2 hours and they're going to throw in shockwave for nothing and you're not going to be able to bill your $7,500 program to them? I'm like, it's starting to happen. Like these guys are screwed that have spent 90 grand. She didn't spend 90 grand on shockwave, bro. I'll tell you right now.
No, no,
No, their
and
market's getting thin that other people are going to start using it. You watch.
yep. And but all it's going to be is another thing, because it used to be noni juice, and then it went to Zari juice, and then it went to jogging in the jug. Like it's just going to be another thing,
Yeah.
and and like how almost embarrassing is it to be like, hey, listen, this don't work no more, but this
Yeah.
does. This
Change the
does.
label. Oh, I they go to these conferences and they say, the chiropractors are the low hanging fruit. So we market to them. I mean, what does that tell you? Because they're weak on the principle because they're not delving in it. I mean, we see it at DE. The students that come to DE and stay there and delve in the principle are more successful when they get in practice. And we're seeing it now with some of these young kids that are 4 or 5 years in practice that are killing it and now are starting to speak at DE. They paid off their student loans. They've got a volume practice. They're happy. They're getting married. They're having babies, and they're not burned out 5 years in practice.
No,
That's
and I
awesome.
don't. Yeah, and I don't even know what this burned out stuff is.
No,
You, you
I
know,
get
it's
tired, but burned out means you're off purpose.
yeah. No, I get tired. Like, I'm tired a lot of the times, but I want to do more.
Yeah.
I want to do more. Um, I got a young woman that helps me with supplements and stuff that that helps me not be so tired. I love that. I love that. But now I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna trust a chiropractor to tell me what supplement to take. You know, and it's it's that important that we get back to the basics.
In
Just that
Connecticut,
important.
I would refer to a naturopath. Here, I got a functional person that I send to. They do blood work on people, and they say, look, because people are like, should I take D3? Should I take? I'm like, I don't know. Go get blood work. See how your innate's adapting. I think that's what the technology helps. It's like, is your innate adapting, or do you need help with something? Do you need to change it? I don't know what's the right diet for you. What works for you? Everybody's different. I remember years ago, someone wrote a book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and people were eating, if you're type O, eat meat. If you're this, eat fruits and vegetables. How do you know? How do you test? We have enough technology today to get a
Hmm.
reading on how are you adapting. Use it. There's amazing people and studies around you that you could go off of, but you can never replace the hands-on chiropractic adjustment to walk in an office, get scans, get x-rays. Now let's get the primary system under care and all
Hmm.
else follows. How's your
Yeah,
atlas?
that's it. That's it. And I joke a lot just about stuff I eat, all the stuff. But Saturday, I did blood test on Friday. I got my results on Saturday. Um, Everything is like perfect. Everything's great. Power of chiropractic care. Um, but people are like, why do you do that every 6, 8 months? I'm like, I know where my parameters are. I know what's normal for me. And then if I see something that's abnormal, I just want to know. It's a couple of $100, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do that in the office. I'm not going to do that in the office, but I want to do that. And I tell people all the time, go get blood work, go to the PT. We got some great PTs we send people to.
Right. Well,
You
that's
know.
called integrity. That's called integrity, Drew. We just had a doctor call the office and he wants to start coming in. And he said, I could tell this is an office integrity because you stay in your lane and do what you're supposed to do. Because I've referred him a bunch of people,
Hmm.
right? And they're talking about it. And the people and his patients have told me about him, which is why I could respect him and send people. And the patients that have been going to him, he's seeing improvements in them. And he's saying, I want this for myself. It's great. They're not against us. The medical profession is not against us.
Oh no
If
way.
they, if, there's great doctors out there helping people, but they need help too. We should be inviting them in the office to be a better version of themselves by getting them clear.
Yeah. I mean, we see orthopedic surgeons. Um, we see. I mean, you name it. Not an the ophthalmologist. She's referred people over because she's seen that people that are under care do better.
Right,
And she's an eye
right,
doctor, man.
right.
It's just mind blowing.
You know what she is? She's a human being that needs help too. I get these nurses that come in and they're exhausted because
Hmm.
all day long they're taking care of people, taking care of people, taking care of people, and they take care of themselves last. It's like the announcement on the plane: if we're in trouble and the oxygen masks drop, put it on yourself first, because then you can help more people. What we do is so powerful. It's not that we should be avoiding different professions because we have different philosophies or outlooks. The best way is to reach out to help them and honor what they do so they can perform better and watch what happens. We've been sending letters out to medical doctors saying, we're here. Who helps you? We're here to help you. We start penetrating their world and educating them, not bashing them.
No.
Watch what happens. The ophthalmologists, the eye doctors, ear doctors, pediatricians, like, you're giving me ideas now, Drew. I'm going to send my kids have a brand new dentist that Tammy has gone to. He's more into the natural lifestyle of dentistry. I mean, he had to study above and beyond his normal dentistry. Brooke's going to be doing an internship with him. I'm going to send him a letter tomorrow and a copy of my book and invite him into the office because who's taking care of you?
Yep.
Great idea, Drew. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, two of our great people we get to see in the evenings. Um, he's a dentist and his wife, and they may be in their 70s. They watch this if I'm overshooting. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure y'all are in your 70s. Um, she's a dental hygienist. He's a dentist. One of the brother and sister that I talked about with the kid, his wife is another dental hygienist there, and they come in late in the evening, and because they know they've just been hunkered down all day over people, and he just like, Doc, you know what I need? I'm like, yes, sir, I do. Come on over here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because they get it, and it's no like, it's right here, it's right there. They just know that we know what they need.
To lay down and let me check you.
Yep,
You know,
yep. It's like,
I think I've shared the story before, a waitress, and it's prime season here now where the locals, especially if they're bartenders, waitresses, this is prime time for them to maximize their money and tips, because around April, May is when it clears out. So they're working hard. And at the beginning of the season, this woman came in crying and her right hand was paralyzed. And she's a waitress up the road. And she said, I have to work. I was told you could help me, right? So she's doing great. Like her hand's not paralyzed, whatever. So I went to her restaurant the other day. I brought Eddie and Araceli were visiting, and a waitress came out with this tray, a massive tray, holding it above her shoulder, full of plates. And watching her walk, I said, "Oh my gosh! Like they're doing this for 8 to 12 hours a day. Like what does that do to their atlas and their structure and their and if she couldn't hold that tray like that, she's in trouble. She's not putting food on the table, paying the mortgage, right? Who's taking care of them? And are we offering it to them and creating an environment that they can get adjusted regularly within a realm that's affordable for them because they matter?
yep,
Because they matter.
yeah. And that's the thing. We have to make it affordable, I think, for 85, 90% of the people. Whatever area you in, it's different. If you're in like Hollywood Hills, California, it's going to be different than if you're in Maryville, Georgia.
Yeah,
And that's okay, like whatever that is. But
yeah,
then that other 10%, 15%, you make, you make it work. Whatever it is, you make it work. We're supposed to tithe 10%. Um, I think that can be 10% of your services too.
well, yeah. I mean, you can either
You
put it
know,
in the church basket or you can put it into the universe by taking care of people. It's the
yeah,
same. It's
yeah,
the same. Hands
yeah,
down, the facts.
and so many people they uh, not prideful, but they want to do what they can. So we just have a box on the wall for people that really really need it. They put whatever they can in the box, but they have to come once a week, minimum
It's funny
once a
because
week.
there's two chiropractors out there that used to be real chiropractors. They've sold out. They used to be volume chiropractors, but they're trying to teach low volume, high fees right now. And one of the guys was making fun of box on the wall chiropractic, and Johnny Balsamo called him out and said, no, 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 no. There's been a lot of successful guys, and you roll names of people that made a ton of money with the box on the wall. You don't see box on the wall anymore. There's very few people that do that. But our version of DE or box on the wall is have a great fee and make your money. But if there's people that are really struggling, the principle of box on the wall is making it affordable. Like just adapt and say, okay, let's make this happen. Don't be taken advantage of, but why let them walk out the door when God gave you a gift to help them?
Yeah, and we can do that. How long does it really take to deliver a good analysis, good adjustment, good post analysis? Make sure you got it. How long does that really take? If you really, really love your community, love the
Yes,
people, you're gonna
yes,
make that affordable.
yep,
You know,
yep.
and
Make a
and
lasting
the
purpose while you're here.
yeah, and the few people that we have on the box, they love it. And tax time is coming. They're getting their tax returns. They're going to be extra money in the box because they actually have a little money. That's the thing. And they bring vegetables and fruit and and birds like that they've killed. Quail and stuff they dressed and cleaned, raw milk, bread.
That's when you know you're in Murrayville, Georgia, when they're showing up with dead birds, bro. That's never
You
happened to me, but
you
God
know it.
bless you. That's
You know it.
a whole
And he
different
don't care
that.
if I say this, but he watches. So Terry Dotson, man, thank you for all those birds. You met him when you come to my office the first time, probably 12, 15 years ago. That very
Yeah.
first guy that come in the overalls.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do
that's who
remember him.
brings me all the birds. And I'm like, bro, I got to cook some of this. I don't have freezer's getting full. He's like, well, here's some chuckas and some quail and some pheasants.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and just
awesome.
cooler fulls of them. I'm like, he like, you need
Man,
some deer meat? I'm like, no, I
you'll never
don't.
go hungry. You'll never go hungry when you walk with love and the principle, my man, and you change people's lives. You know, it's funny. We talk about the few. And I called Sierra the other day. I was at Jamie's lacrosse game. So I said, let me see how Sierra's doing. She said, I'm a little stressed out. I'm like, what? She goes, well, I got to figure out what to do with all my stuff because her college is in Georgia and she's getting ready to go to Life in October. So she wants to get a storage unit to put her stuff so she doesn't have to bring it to Florida and haul it back. And I'm like, well, what are you stressed about? She goes, well, I got to find a storage unit and then I got to find a way to get it there because and I said, hold on. So I put a post on the TE Facebook page. Within 3 minutes, Paul Blumsack reached out to me with a picture of a room at his house. He said, hey, would her stuff fit here? And a minute and a half later, you sent a text, hey, I got a truck and I got two trailers if she needs help. I'm like, can't make this up, man. You know, when you
Yeah,
hang out with the few, you've got a powerful majority of people ready to step up and serve and help and love. So I wanted to give a pure shout out to the two of you because that was amazing. And I kind of knew something like that may happen. I had people offering up, hey, go to this store, this store. But I'm like, there's got to be someone around there that has an answer to help this young girl out. And you
yeah.
guys,
Nah,
within
she's good,
five
man.
minutes of the post, is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I told her for 3, 4 years now. I'm like, listen, whatever you need, just tell us. Like, we figure it out.
Yeah,
Not a big
yeah,
deal. We'll
yeah,
figure it out.
yeah.
It's
And listen, I've been around these girls and they've talked about you numerous times how awesome you are. And I mean,
yeah,
listen, these kids are away from home, and to have someone step in when they're down or struggling emotionally too, and they get adjusted and they're able to sleep great and wake up and their power's turned on and that's their words. God's using you for greater purpose, bro. So I've told you
yeah,
that before.
yeah, man. We just love them. I do. They're awesome. And one little one, I can't think of her name. She's from over toward Athens, I believe. She always wears these flannel shirts, right? And one day I asked her, I'm like, "You like those flannel shirts?" She like, "Yes, they're my grandpa, my papa who passed away like a few years ago. They're all of his shirts, and I just still wear them." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, bro,
I know." It's like, "Oh, girl, oh, you're killing me."
that's
You
awesome.
know, you're killing me. But
Well, we
just
need more. We
that's
need
the
more of
heart
the
of these
few
kids.
stepping up to that. That's like to be able to stand there and have that conversation and that connection, and then get her clear.
Yeah,
Pivotal,
yeah, yeah. They're
pivotal.
just
That's how you avoid depression, bro. Is that?
it is, and talk about them. Don't just wear their shirt. And I ask her, like what'd you like about him? Like, I bet y'all were close. Oh yeah, we were super close. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to talk about it. You know,
We had a woman come in today, and she's after her first upper cervical adjustment, just broke out in tears, and she goes, "Wow, you opened something up." So she came in today, and she was, I don't know, she just was a little down. She said, and I go, "What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?" She said, "My father. He died 6 years ago." And I said, wow. So we talked about her father who
hmm
passed away. And then she got adjusted and she said, I feel so much better now. I said, you got to keep that stuff flowing. It's got to move through you. It never goes away. You just can't hold on to it.
nope.
So
Look,
that's
look,
good.
look at that rock you got in your backpack. Put
Yep.
it back up on the shelf.
That's the life of the few, man. The few, the principal chiropractors, which is, define the number of the few. There's thousands of us out there doing this, and we'll be gathering in Clearwater in a couple weeks, which I can't wait for, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and going for our chicken dish together.
Oh man, I'm ready.
Your favorite chicken dish, man. We'll be there chowing that probably every day for lunch or something. But what is that?
Yeah.
Chicken manchego or something?
Yeah, Pollo Manchego.
Pollo manchego. Have you ever been to, what's the name of the restaurant?
Uh, the Columbia.
Dr. Sid's favorite Sarasota restaurant. They have it up in Clearwater. That will be, if you're going to DE, make sure you go there and have Drew's favorite dish with extra sauce on the side.
That's right. Historically, it was BJ's favorite restaurant in Sarasota too.
Was it really?
Yeah, yeah. There's pictures in is it Answers? There's got pictures of the beach house. Pictures in there, I think. But he loved the Columbia because
Shit,
they opened in like 1902.
I got to go down there. I haven't been there in a bit, so I'll go down there and get a picture of me there. So when I die, they can say Judson, BJ, and Sid ate here.
That's
Ah,
right. And and I honestly like the one in Sarasota the best. I
there's
like that
something
one.
about it, bro. There's something
Yeah.
about it.
You don't
Something
have
about
the
it.
ocean view like in Clearwater, but
Right.
just to know um, that BJ ate there. I got a picture of some of us eating with Dr. Sid there. And then when you sit outside and it's almost on the sidewalk and you see friends and people you know, even if it's not DE weekend, the, these these routes that we put out go so far out. You just sit out there and you see a patient. Last year in Clearwater, I was sitting out there at the pool. I guess it was Thursday. I just sitting out there, and there was a family over here beside me, and I'm like, I don't need my table here, so I'm just gonna move my phone and my stuff off the table, give it to this family, and I'm like, hey, y'all can have that little end table there for y'all's stuff. Y'all got kids. He's like, what are you doing, Dr. Drew? I'm like, hey, what's going on? You ready for DE? I wasn't connecting the dots. And he's like, DE, what are you talking about? I'm down here with my family. I'm like, dude, you should come to our meeting. He took his glasses and hat off, and he's been a patient forever. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Well, I didn't
You were
know that
so
was you.
thrown off. You were so
Yeah,
thrown off.
yeah.
Wow.
And it's just those branches that we all keep putting out, those roots that just go so deep.
Ah, beautiful. Especially when you're a beautiful soul like yourself, my man.
Hey, we just live in the dynamic essential. That's all it is.
Amen. And
Like
that's
it's
all we
not us.
knew.
Yeah,
It's all you need, man. When you find that essential, I'm reading Think and Grow Rich again. It's about finding that one thing. The answer's in the book. We're not going to tell it. You have to find it. It's that dynamic essential, brother.
yep, yep. That's it. I just started reading last night the biography of George Mueller.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, um, yeah. He started this orphanage, all the stuff, and he, from what I'm getting so far, he knew what he needed to do. I'm just on like chapter 3 or 4. Knew what he needed to do, and he knew if he just stuck to what God was calling him to do, if he was just obedient, the the money would be there. He
Well,
would be
listen,
provided for if he just does what he's called to do.
and there's the message. And if you come to DE and you sit and listen and allow that voice within to speak, and you create that space to hear it and then follow it. I know that's what I did. I heard these guys many, many years ago, starting in 94, and I just focused on one major thing. You will succeed and you will do well.
Yep,
So
yep.
let's
And
close it
we
out on
have.
that message, brother, because that is it right there, my man.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome. God bless you all here. Drew, another great Monday night call, man. I love and appreciate you,
Yeah,
pal.
man. Love y'all.